One thing I really love that's been happening is our meets were able to connect others with others that have same cars or whatever.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
because
Here is our next guest, Mr. Hamadolo Olo, not Popolo. He's Filipino. He ain't mean though. He's got a mean truck though, and a mean Toyota Starlet. Always shooting for the stars, Mr. Tommy Dolan. So we get right into it. When did your passion for cars first begin?
um I know people asked me this before about it. It's gotta be when I was a kid. Hot Wheels and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, Hot Wheels and just yeah. I mean it's kind of cliche, but that's basically where it started.
Did were your parents into cars or?
No, honestly, they weren't really. When growing up, we just played with Hot Wheels and Stompers and all those little cars that were around, and then it just kind of rolled into it.
And what made you start liking the old school
Oh,
style?
I guess the old school stuff. It's I know just because that's what we grew up with around. I mean, because I'm not that young.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my license in the '80s, so basically when we started driving, that's what was available, 70s, 80s cars kind of thing. So that's kind of where, fast forward to now, that's kind of just what we grew up with.
Okay. Yeah, like I'm stuck in the 90s.
Yes.
That's what I grew up with.
Exactly.
So 70s, 80s era.
Yeah.
What was your first car?
My first car, 1972 Toyota Corolla wagon. My dad got it for $120.
Jeez. What year was that?
When did I want to say late 80s.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, but I got my license probably like 87.
How old were you when you got your license?
14 years old.
Okay. It's crazy because like nowadays you got to do 16 and then driver's ed.
Oh, that sucks.
I got my license the last month, where you could do it when you were 15.
Okay.
And then the next month, it was like January 1st, it was 16
Oh,
and
nice.
with driver's ed.
So,
So my mom's like, "You're gonna pass this test because I ain't paying for driver's ed," which was good because but the only crappy thing was at my high school, like it was me and two other people that got our license that
Mhm.
year. So then everybody would ask them bum ride because they all gotta wait another year.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know you could get it at 14.
Well, 14 was almost kind of provisional. Like you could get it at 14, but you had to have somebody with a license you could drive with. And then
Okay.
15, you could get your license and drive by yourself.
Wow.
Yeah. From what I remember.
Any car crews you're repping?
Um, Only one really is probably the Wild Cards. Team Wild Cards up in California.
And they're based out of all that other
Based out of SoCal, basically. I mean, that's where most of the guys are from. But we got guys in Japan, and a couple of guys are. He's one of our friends is over in Tennessee. Yeah, just very very small group.
And how did you meet those guys?
Um, One of them actually came down to visit with our other friend, and then we just clicked with them.
And everybody kind of has that era.
It's yeah, we all kind of have the same. Um, what's the best word? We have the same taste. Old GDM, modified stuff like that. So like whatever I build, it's similar to what they build. So we just it's just we clicked on that front, I guess.
That was and down to Hawaii. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you currently building?
Currently building my truck. I've got my 73 Corona wagon, Toyota Corona wagon. My Starlet in California still needs some work.
Because you used to have that down here.
I had that down here. That's basically what I had when we started doing OSIxHI and stuff.
And what made you ship it up to California?
Wild cards and GCCS,
Yeah,
Japanese Classic Card Show.
I think it was 2018, right? You did the first one.
2017. Yeah, I think it was 2017.
Okay, I actually happened to be at that show.
Oh, really?
I went. Well, did you do it in 2018?
Yes.
Okay, I just happened to go to California, and I was there, and I hit up my friend, and he's like, "Oh, we're going to a car show, Jason CS," and I was like, "Oh, what is that?" And, I ended up going, and I remember you winning an award because they were saying
Yeah.
like Tommy from Hawaii with his Toyota Starlet,
Oh, that was at the Queen Mary?
Long Beach, right?
Yeah. By the Queen Mary boat.
Yeah.
Shoot, I swear that was 2017 this one.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
maybe I get my years wrong, but
Yeah.
I only went to one, and I
Okay.
remember you winning an award.
Yeah.
I was in the crowd.
Actually, won two.
Okay.
Weirdly enough. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just happened to stumble on that show that day. I didn't know what Jason CS was until my friend.
What did you think about it?
Oh, I loved it. I mean, it's like if you like old school imports, that's the show.
Yeah.
That's the show.
I first went in 2014. I think I went the next year. I went to a different show, but the next show after that, I did the Starlet. I shipped the Starlet up to do the show, and ever since then, that's like my go-to trip now every year.
So
Go back up there.
where does the Starbucks stay?
Family's house up in Cali.
And then
Yeah.
all your homies up there like take care of the car.
Oh no, it's my family takes care of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, the homies they're all over the place in SoCal. So, but if I need them, they usually come down and out.
And then what when JCCS like happened to fly out or
I fly out like a week before, get the car ready, make sure everything's all good.
do you do any other shows or
If something's happening at the same time, because I mean, like I'll go out for like a week and a half, 2 weeks at the most. So if I'm lucky, the shows collide. I
Mm.
mean, coincidentally happen in those 2 weeks.
is there like a Toyota Fest somewhere?
Toyota Fest usually happens around June
Have we taken
in
it
Long
there?
Beach. Yeah. No.
Okay.
I think the first few years the car was up there, I was flying up for that too.
Yeah, I've always said if there's a Cali Accord meet, which is
Okay.
the nation's biggest one,
Okay.
and I said they stopped doing it in 2018, and I always said if they bring it back, because I flew up there, I was like, you guys do this again, I'll ship my cars. I mean, it's a big dedication for somebody to like, pack their car up, ship it out, show it up there. Most people bring their car back. Do you plan on bringing it back or?
I mean that's the plan. But family they let me have free storage, so
You get enough projects.
yeah. If I was paying for storage, that thing would have came back a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody can take care of it up there and you have family you can trust,
Yeah,
why not, right?
of course.
Yeah. And how's everything with this truck? And
Oh wait, funny story though. For so many years I had the car up there, I kept doing the shows.
okay.
A lot of the people up there thought I was shipping the car back and forth. They're like, man, you super dedicated, John.
Yeah. Already loaded.
So listen, some people are just, yeah, man, it gets expensive though.
How much does it cost to ship one way?
From here to Cali, it's like 1,000, but Cali back is like 1,500.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they have a point in Long Beach that you can
Yes.
straight
Yeah.
ship through there.
Asia Hoy, Arizona.
Okay.
Yeah. And but this truck, what was the question?
Oh no, just what's going on with the build? I mean,
Oh, well,
I
this
know
truck,
you gave me a little history that it was your old truck.
yeah, the history of this truck, I bought it originally back in like 2009, I think it was 2008, 2009. Sold it, bought it back, sold it again, and I bought it back like 5 years ago.
Wow.
But yeah, the whole time it was out of my hands. The those owners never really did anything with it. Just kind of drove it around whenever they could. So
It's good that they cared for it.
yeah, I mean, at least they kept it running and going. But body wise, it was just falling apart already. Yeah.
And what other plans you have?
Well, most of the rust restoration is done on the front on the cab. I still gotta fix some of the doors, but I'm revamping, restructuring the bed and stuff like that. And well, I got trying to get some air suspension in this thing soon.
Ooh.
Yeah,
With the wood, you're gonna do the whole wood bed again?
yeah. That thing's gonna go
Wow.
back on.
That'll look nice.
Yeah.
And then your Corolla
The
wagon.
Corona wagon,
Corona.
73 Corona wagon. That's in shambles. It's- that one just needs a lot of work.
Yeah.
A lot of rust repair and stuff like that. That's gonna be a full build, so that's gonna take a lot of dedication.
Has most of your builds you sourced from here, or
No, the truck and the wagon is from here. The started I bought it was from the Oregon.
okay?
Yeah, that was a interesting buy because I found it on eBay and then it sold, but I found it on Craigslist a couple weeks later because I guess the buyer flaked.
Oh, okay.
So I started talking to the owner of it, and it was basically I bought the car sight unseen kind of thing.
Wow. Wait,
Yeah.
so you would look on Craigslist like other states?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because Hawaii ain't got shit.
Yeah. I don't even. Nobody even uses Craigslist anymore.
Yeah, well, that was back in 2012.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, before marketplace and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So
I think what killed Craigslist was they started charging people.
I think that's part of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then now everybody's. I heard marketplace might start charging too. That's what I don't know. That's the rumor I heard.
Hope not. I already get enough cheap liquors on there.
Guavas, no guavas.
I just heard of that term recently. I was like, no, oh, okay, no
I learned that
guavas.
like a week ago.
No guavas. What is Old School Imports Hawaii, and when did you start that?
Old school imports Hawaii. It's basically old school imports from Hawaii.
What made you?
No, we started that. We did the first meet back in November 2014.
Okay.
And it was started on a whim. I mean, honestly, it was like growing up. I've always been into imports. We grew up with Toyotas. My
Yeah.
dad always bought Toyotas and stuff like that. Um, grew up in the mini truck scene. All the old Toyota guys and stuff like that. So it's just that's what we're kind of into. Actually grew up around VW guys too.
Okay.
Preference is JDM stuff, old JDM, but you still got the love for the Euro stuff.
Yeah.
Volkswagens, Mercedes, Porsche. Love Porsches, by the way. So it was one of those things that I was talking with a couple friends that shit, I kind of would like to see a meet like this.
Mm.
And like first contemplated just doing JDM, but then it was kind of like, shoot, will there be enough JDM to come around to the meets or whatever? But it's like, oh, okay, well, I started thinking more. It's like, oh, we got love for Euro, so let's lump that in there. And the reason why to see is because kind of realized there wasn't any meets.
Yeah.
Nobody's really hosting stuff like that because you have the hot rod guys. I mean, the old VW guys, they
Their own
yeah,
stuff.
do it on a shop all weekend like that. And I love those meets, those shows and everything. I mean, the lowrider guys did their thing, but you never seen an older imports.
Yeah.
So the more we talked about it, it's like the more I talked to a couple friends about it, like it was should just do it.
Mm.
And then the funny thing is so 2014, that was the first year, like I said, I went to JCCS.
Okay.
So we were talking about that earlier in the year. Talking to Lance, to Guillermo. And then like when we came back, you know how you get that bug.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, oh frick, this show was great or whatever. So then I think I mentioned it to Peter, 808.net.
Okay.
I mentioned it to him one time. So then, like, when we got back from GCS, went to one of the Slam Sundays. Remember those at Is Hawaii?
Okay.
So
Okay.
we went to one of those shows, and then I was walking around with guys and we're talking about it. Like, shit, maybe we should just do this movie. And then just so happened I ran into Peter. Peter's like, hey, what are you doing?
Oh, okay.
So it's just now I got it's not only me thinking, it's I
Yeah.
know people are thinking about it. So funny, long story short, put it out on Craigslist. I wasn't into social media at that time.
Okay.
So that was the only social media I had was Craigslist. Put it out on Craigslist saying, hey, I think we call it Hawaii old school imports.
Okay.
And then I was like, fuck, let's get together, blah, blah, blah. But we ended up meeting at court.
And people responded from the Craigslist ad?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm trying to think if I started an Instagram and I posted on my Instagram, I'm not sure. But I think I did. I think I started Instagram, but I posted on but I had no followers.
Yeah.
Just the people that we knew to, in our circle kind of thing.
Craig, man. There's a guy named Craig. He's got a list.
Craigslist is pretty good. But yeah, I posted on Craigslist. I posted on my social media, on my Instagram to the maybe 100 people I knew.
Yeah.
And that was kind of tripping off because I was getting comments like, shit, I've been waiting for something like this. And it's like, oh, interesting, whatever. So, good. I think it was like November. I know it's always Thanksgiving weekend.
Okay.
That's when we first did it. So Thanksgiving weekend, that Saturday, we were at court, and cars just started showing up, and kind of tripped me out because at that time I didn't know anybody.
Yeah.
I only knew my friends, so I'm walking around, start taking pictures with my phone, and like I was able to take as much pictures as I could of whatever cars I could before they left.
Mm-hmm.
So the cars are coming and going, like, how you see a car, oh, I get a picture of that.
Yeah.
But by the time I get that side, he's gone already. So, I would have been happy if like 20, 30 cars showed up. That would have been great, It's like, yeah, awesome. But the trippy thing that blew my mind is the next day when I'm looking through my camera. You can check how many pictures they took. It's like, freaking, I highlight and it's like, I took 120 pictures.
Oh, for like one car each.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, because we had all the OVW guys came out, freaking all the Toyota guys came out, bunch of random like Volvo, Mercedes.
The first one was 2014.
Yes. And it tripped me out. I didn't expect that much of a response.
Yeah.
But apparently,
You definitely hit like a demographic that nobody tapped into.
Yeah.
Because there's all these meets where, I don't know, there's a car crew.
Yeah.
Or like, there are a lot of newer cars, but then like an old school like import is something nobody hosted.
Right.
So I don't know when I started going, but whenever I started, that's the kind of like JDM cars I like to look at. So I was like, oh, this is perfect. Because I mean, we would go to car meets and there'd be like Ferraris and Lambos and stuff like that. And I'm like, that doesn't really. I mean, it's cool and all, but like the ones I want to see is like the classic JDM.
Yeah.
So definitely a good demographic.
Yeah.
All the cars that always come, it's a good variety.
Yeah.
Because even now, like the old school import meets, there's some newer cars that come too. Because they want to check out the old.
No, and we welcome that. What I mean? It's not about you have to have another car to come and hang on. If you just want to hang on and check out. I mean, we encourage more of the older import stuff because that's what we are, so to speak. But we've never discriminated who wants to come and hang out. I mean, we've seen like domestic old school hot rods come sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's cool, I'm a car lover altogether, so it's as long as you're chill.
Yeah, no dramas, right?
Yeah,
No
no
burnouts and no dumb shit.
Yeah, we've had issues in the beginning.
Because I remember, didn't Didn't they stop doing Waikele because some other meat like
Yeah. I mean, I heard about that.
I don't want to name names, but I think I know which meat, but people were burning out and
Yeah.
that spot was gone for a while.
It was gone for a while. Like, well, I mean, it that's a fun story, actually. Like, well, sometimes I feel like we did corp, and I don't know if people just kind of kept doing corp after, and that kind of burned us. The place.
Oh yeah.
But
Because now they say you need a permit, right?
oh, you've always needed.
Oh, but then before people were
Wait,
chill
huh?
about it.
I mean, no, yeah, we got permits.
Okay. Well, yeah.
I mean, because yeah, so technically, you do events like that, you're supposed to get a permit because so many people are there.
Well, I don't think you expected that kind of turnout
No,
at the beginning.
No.
What is the future for old school reports Hawaii?
oh, future. Let's try to keep it going, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'd like to get more attentive with it. I've been very bad with our merchandise.
Nah.
Again, yeah, so it's all fan base and stuff. So it's like, but I mean, people ask, so it's like you want to try to get stuff out there for them.
I know. I still need to get myself a sticker.
Yeah, should have bought some. You should have told me.
I'll get one at the next show, the next meeting.
Yeah, actually, I just contacted my boy LinkedIn for stickers because they're the guys that makes our stickers for us. So
Okay.
you know LinkedIn, see, erase off.
Sauce?
Yeah,
They like, oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, him and Devin were the ones that like, yeah, we can make one for you. Because I had somebody else making them. They kind of screwed me over, so like they stepped in and
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. I noticed you guys got a lot of heavy support from like VW guys.
Yeah,
How did that?
Nah, it's just putting it out there. We're old school imports, so we're kind of being very inclusive. So um Sal from VW Club of Hawaii. I've met him over the years, and then you got Eldon guys from Why Not Lies Hawaiian VW Outlaws. And yeah, I mean they basically when we share our meets, we try to share with everybody so they can post it up. And it's a very um open invitation.
Yeah.
So it's like, like you want to come, come. You can make it, you make it. It's nothing. We not trying to tell you you gotta come and hang out. It's we'll put it together. We'll host it if you guys want to come hang out.
It's always nice
Or
too
there.
because sometimes I go to your meets and then I see like certain cars, and then like the next meet I'll see a whole other like a whole bunch of different cars I've never seen. These come from?
Yeah, no, and I love that fact.
Yeah.
I since 2014, I can say every meet that we've hosted, I've always saw a few different cars.
Yeah.
Like, and it's every single meet that we've hosted.
Yeah.
And I love that fact that we get to see all kind of different stuff every year and stuff.
Yeah. What's your take on the current car culture in Hawaii, and how do you feel about the next year? So,
I think, well, I mean, the car culture in Hawaii right now is actually pretty good. I think I mean, it's funny because a lot of people don't realize how small our island is, but whether it's new school, old school, or whatever, I mean, we have, for what we have in Hawaii, we have a great car community.
yeah.
Being that we don't have a track and all that stuff like that, it sucks. But for what being in the middle of the ocean, there's still a lot of people who are very enthusiastic about building cars, whether whether your shipping costs more than a part, we're still building here. Where there's no racetrack, people are still building fast cars.
Yeah. I remember when the track shut down, like shops were shutting down left and right, and the scene kind of died a little bit.
Yeah.
But then, in the last decade, it's really picked up a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Function or form.
Yes.
Which one would you?
I think I'm mostly form,
Okay.
but also I kind of rather. Huh, I'm more form, but I still need function.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Because I'm very I I like to see builds. Um, you show up with a car that's just lower than wheels. It's like okay, cool, but if you can actually do some custom stuff where it changes the form, even if it's subtle.
Yeah.
But I actually like subtle customization because it's spot something that's not supposed to be that way, kind of thing. Or if somebody actually builds a car where it could be it's like OEM plus, I guess.
Yeah.
Like if the car maker built it that way, that would have been so much nicer. So I like that kind of form. I do like wild builds as well. It's not really my build style, but I admire people who put time and effort, especially like lowriders.
Mm.
I'm a big fan of lowrider.
They have a lot of attention to detail.
Yes.
It's I think the most in car culture.
Yeah, in a lot of genres, they I mean, from the paint to the chassis
To
to
the
the wheels.
undercarriage.
And the beauty of it is a lot of these guys they'll drive the shit.
Yeah. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, cars are meant. I'm a big fan of cars are meant to be driven.
I'm not no trailer queen.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
I get it. I get it when you put that much money into it, or cars are that expensive. But I know it sounds kind of corny, but a car was built to be driven. A car. I feel almost like if a car stays in the garage and doesn't do anything, it's like a person with a sad life that doesn't do anything. You know.
Yeah.
And
I feel like you'd probably lose motivation if you just keep it in your garage. All the
yeah,
time.
it's. I mean, that's where car collectors come into. That's a car collector. So to speak. I feel like if you're a car person in general, like you drive your car is kind of thing.
Yeah. I love driving my car.
Yeah.
I don't care if I got a fresh paint job. Like I'll scrape the shit out of it, like because I just love driving it.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, like, a lot of people think like, oh, but I got this brand new paint job. You buy a brand new car for $40,000. It has a brand new paint job, but people drive it to work. So what's the? I kind of feel like what's the difference? I personally think what's the difference?
Yeah.
Because whether you spend 40,000 building your car, you kind of built it like brand new. So
Yeah.
drive that shit.
I want to drive it and show it off and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Enjoy
Yeah.
it. So it's man. Top 3 favorite wheels.
Round. No, just kidding. Brand wise, I don't know. Watanabe. With just brands or type of wheel.
Top 3 favorite. It could be brand. It could be wheel.
Well, because I mean, yes,
Like if you could buy 3 sets of your favorite wheel, 3 different sets.
that's a tough one because I'm not a huge wheel person. I am, but I'm not. I mean, I love my Watanabes, but it's funny because I'm not a huge fan of. I mean, no, I love eight spoke box, but I like the different ones, like my 5-spoke and my 4-spoke. Yeah.
Okay.
Because everybody has 8 spokes.
Wait, so these are
5-spoke Watanabes.
Oh.
Yeah. But I love them because they kind of look like Supremes or Kragers.
yeah.
So they have that old school American style.
Where'd you find those from?
Yahoo Japan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hard to find.
I didn't even know they made 5-spoke.
They make a 5-spoke and a 4-spoke. The Gotti wheels are very expensive. A couple of wild card guys have the Gottis. Yeah. They're very nice.
Okay.
But actually, the thing is, wild cards we're good friends with the Watanabe guys. Yeah. So, but yeah, Watanabe's and like a lot of old school SSR stuff, I guess. And she's
I used to like the long cherms.
oh yeah,
What was that? Nice?
long champs are really nice.
Yeah.
I was trying to get the 5-spoke long champs for these,
Okay.
but that would fail. You know, bought some nice SSR F5s.
Do you have any crazy race or police stories?
Not me personally.
Even like if it's like getting pulled over for tickets. Like, have you
Well-
ever got hassled?
Huh?
Have you ever got hassled for your cars?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like-
Nothing crazy though. But I mean, like kind of hanging out at the park and they come and bother you to kick you out and stuff like that.
Oh, but not like, hey, you have recon or
Back in the day, yeah, but because we used to cruise Waikiki a lot.
oh, jeez,
Yeah.
that's brave.
Yeah, well, no, I mean that was our generation.
Okay, I remember like in
Yeah,
like my gen, like maybe like early 2000s, nobody really wanted to go with.
yeah, because they cracked down big time. Like our generation, that was a spot. Like,
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday was always Waikiki Friday, Saturday, and then Oahu Beach on Sunday.
Okay.
So Fridays wasn't as it wasn't as crowded. But basically we used to cruise Kalakaua, Kugio, mainly
Okay.
Kugio Avenue.
Just go up and down.
Yeah, just going up and down.
Oh,
Like so the prime was like Saturday nights. You meet up with your friends probably about 8-9 o'clock. Around close to 10 o'clock, and people are just cruising down. Like seriously, like traffic both ways going on Puyo Avenue.
we should see that nowadays.
Oh yeah, no, it was great because it was basically that's why I mean we talked earlier. I was into clubs or drinking
Yeah.
or anything, because that was my thing. We still cruising, just waste gas and stuff like that.
And the cops didn't bother Waikiki.
And for the most part, they didn't. For the most part, they didn't. As long as nothing was going crazy. There are some nights that they would put up roadblocks just to people over and check out. But for the most part, they still let us cruise and stuff like that.
But I mean, the roadblocks is probably for like rewiring.
Basically, they're just trying for check for DUIs or people who are causing hassles.
Oh, I mean, yeah, like the early 2000s, it was like taboo, like don't have a car cruise into whites.
Yeah.
That was like nobody would do that.
Yeah,
And that was a time they were cracking down hardcore.
Yeah.
During the rice era where, there was like accidents going on and people would import cars and
yeah, because that's when I think what started it off was the boombox law, probably in the mid-90s.
okay.
Because we cruised on like everybody blaring their stereos.
What was the law?
Basically the boombox law was basically you couldn't it was a certain dB,
Oh, okay.
so that way it's quieter, right, like that. Because like people were, I wouldn't doubt that people and tourists were complaining.
Oh, like, people were slamming their sounds.
Yeah, just not.
Sounds were a big thing, I think.
Oh yeah.
Even, well, I feel like they're a huge thing back in the day.
Yeah, back in
It was
the
a
day.
necessity. Even like with imports, it's like you slam the car, put some 17s, and you had 210s or something.
Yeah.
Like everybody had some kind of system.
They don't want 210s. That's
Now
like,
I feel like even in the Honda game, they don't want the sounds because they want to go fast.
yeah, the less weight.
Well, I like that. That was like it was essential to have some kind of sub in that.
Yeah, I mean that's why. Yeah, all my cars I have some kind of subwoofer. And it's weird because some of the younger guys I know now, it's like they don't even have a stereo in their car. And it's like really.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they just listen to their phone on Bluetooth or something.
Oh yeah.
And it's like that's good enough for them. But back in the day, my old mini truck, I had like 210s behind my back, and it's kind of tricky because someone should pummel your back in your ears, and
Yeah, I feel like in the mini truck scene, the sounds are a big thing, right? The beds, the hydraulic beds, the slamming on great sounds.
yeah. Well, yeah, that's the era I grew in. Era I grew up in. I don't think so. Yeah, it's just. I'm not gonna lie, but I.
You should do one in Hawaii, in like
What is that?
like a cruise.
No,
No?
we don't do cruises. We've had a lot of people ask, should do a cruise or whatever. Like I think actually one guy was, yeah, we do a cruise. cruise two ways. Can you take some pictures? It's,
It could get out of hand. That's why.
That's why.
Maybe.
that's one.
And then you also maybe got some dumb.
And well, because so for me personally, I like the car meets where we're just hanging out. Because honestly, that's where you can network. That's where you can
Talk
communicate.
story.
Yeah, you talk story.
I like that. I like that.
If I mean, don't get me wrong, cruises are fun, but only person you're talking story was whoever's in the car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, one thing I really love that's been happening is our meets were able to connect others with others that have same cars or whatever.
Yeah.
Because somebody comes in, if somebody came to me and asked me like, oh, hey, something I want to know about this car, whatever. Oh, you should check out so and so. Like he has that kind of stuff or whatever. You know what I mean? And like I have a lot of people tell me like, oh yeah, I was glad, so happy as he come to me. I hooked up with so and so, and like he has the parts I need or whatever kind of thing.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I mean, uh, most of my closest friends are from there.
Mm.
Like one of my closest friends, we were on a car cruise. I had an Acura CL. He had an Acura CL,
Mhm.
and that's not a car that you really soup up
Right.
amongst the Honda community.
Right.
And we clicked, and we were like best homies. Like I was his best man at his wedding, and
Oh.
we met on a car cruise.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a CL, like, and I'm like looking at like, oh shit, you too, like, and yeah, like that's cool that you can spark that between people.
Yeah, especially nowadays in the generation we're in now. It's very digital.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Social media is all online and whatnot. And I grew up in an age where
You talk story.
face to face, yeah, we talk story. That's how we get to know each other. That's how we communicated. And to me, face to face communication is completely different from how digital communication is now.
Of course, of course.
A lot of digital communication you get lost in translation.
Yeah.
It's all assumption.
Yeah.
Text them. I don't know if you've seen that Key and Peele episode where they're texting back and forth, and the guy's all saying like, "Oh, let's go," and the guy's all, "Oh yeah, let's go." Think he's all pissed off and stuff like that.
Oh, like
Because
the way they interpret things.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you're just reading what he said, but what you're interpreting like he's talking smack. Like,
Yeah.
But to me, that's why face to face communication is important to me.
Yeah.
Because we can see and hear our expressions, and that expression is a lot to do with communication and stuff. So, that's why I like the parking lot meets. You get to meet people. You get to check out their cars. Um, car cruises are cool. We used to do that back in the day, but you're right. You can get out of hand.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of dumb people. People that ruin it.
Yeah.
Once you start the car and you get a whole bunch of cars.
Once you hear that one person with the heavy foot revving, it's like, oh fuck.
Yeah. Where can people follow you on social media?
Well, we're on Instagram and Facebook only.
Okay.
Basically, just search Old School Imports Away,
Okay.
and we're there.
And is there anything left we'd like to share?
Not that I can think of.
Well, yeah. I mean, thank you. For allowing us to do this interview. And having a look into the foundation and where this started and how it came. We appreciate what you're doing.
No, thanks.
I definitely have fun going to your meets. In fact, I would go to your meets all the time, but I only met you the last 3-4 months.
Yeah,
actually like had a conversation.
Yeah.
Was from when Rob came.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a dinner. I'm like, oh, this is the guy Tommy that was doing the old school. Oh, I mean, I've been a supporter for a while.
Yeah.
And
no, because that's the funny thing, right? It's again when we go back to digital conversations, we know each other's Instagram
Yeah.
because I've known of your car for a while.
And you've tagged me.
Yeah, and I would tag you.
I don't put my face on there.
No, and that's what for me like old school imports. That's what I feel it was about is showcasing Hawaii people. Because we would get DMs from other people in other, Japan or Cali or whatever. Like, hey, can you post my cars? Like, hey, we're trying to feature Hawaii people, kind of thing. But we appreciate the support coming from all these other places. But that's why like I can't even remember where the first time I saw your car, or it was just like I knew it was, or I found a picture of your car and I reposted it or something. But that's what I like to find is just this different stuff that people are building
Yeah.
in the old school imports community kind of thing. So it's and like randomly I will post like Cali or Japan or whatever, especially Japan because actually a lot of people rep our sticker up there. Believe it or not, yeah. Yeah, I've always I get people sending me from Japan. So I mean, if they're repping our sticker,
I
I'll
feel
just
like they also liked Hawaii.
oh, Japan
So-
people love Hawaii stuff, man.
They rock the Hawaii plates.
Yeah,
But you have old school import, you have Hawaii in there. Of course, they wanna rep something.
yeah. So yeah,
That's cool.
we have a good following in Japan. I mean, the shoots when we did that Toys for Tots cruise with the Toyota guys, some dude was here on vacation, and then he saw the truck in my friend's car, and then just started talking story.
Oh.
I mean, there was that language barrier,
Yeah. But like he's a car guy from
yeah, it's a car from Japan. He had a Nissan Sentra SER that he was building, and yeah, he's cool. He's showing me it's all not SER but SER clone. And it's weird. They have an SR18. Because you know how we got the SR20s.
Yeah.
He's building an SR18 in his Sentra. Sorry, but I feel bad I didn't have any stickers to give him, but I love that. It's like we're bridging this gap between other countries,
Yeah.
and like they follow us and enjoy our shit too, and I think that was one of the biggest surprises with OSI because never expected to blow up like it did.
Yeah.
Like I said, the first P was 100 something cars, and we don't get that many cars as like we used to, but back then we're the only thing that was happening like that. So we bringing a choke cars every week, and for the most part, we're still getting a lot of cars now, but it built into this thing, and it grew exponentially without us barely even trying, I guess.
Yeah.
Which I love because it's very organic.
Yeah.
It was very organic. I mean,
It just happened naturally. Like
yeah. So
put it out and snowball.
yeah.
That's cool.
With our so we tried to sell merch. Unfortunately, we're not online right now anymore. But one show we did, one of my friends was like, "Hey, you should make shirts." So I don't know. So I can make them for you. Okay. So we made shirts. Then fucking next show, one guy's like, "Hey, you should make stickers." Well, I can't make stickers for you. Okay. So it was all natural, organic, just kind of rolled into this, like from one thing to another.
That's the way it should be, I feel.
Yeah, no, because I think and no, I'm not trying to say that we know what we're doing, but I learned a lot where because like for a long time a lot of people you built a good brand and so we're not a brand, we're a community, we're
Yeah.
that's all we are, we're doing meets, that's all it is. But I've come to learn that it has become a brand.
Yeah.
Because people, if people are asking for merch, it's and but I feel we're more of a family or a community before we're a brand.
Yeah. Well, I like the fact that, like it happened naturally and you're not out there like, promoting like,
No,
come, old school imports Hawaii, like this is our merch, this is our thing. Like it just people are like, "Hey, do you have shirts? Do you
Yeah.
have stickers? Like, we would love that."
Well, don't get me wrong. I'd love to push more events.
Yeah.
Well, having a regular job is not really that simple.
Yeah.
I think going back to your question about what's the future for OSI, I think that's part of it where I'd like to be able to push the name out there to support more I guess globally. I don't know is the best word to say, but just because I mean I like I said, we have supporters in Cali in Japan and whatnot. So uh, it would be nice to do booths and shows or something like that in Cali
Maybe do a meet, old school imports meet in like another state.
Well, I mean, we thought about that. I mean, especially like maybe with Vegas, because Vegas is like the
Night
night
time.
kind of thing.
You
But
could probably pull a lot of Hawaii people, like,
no,
I
yeah,
feel.
yeah, that's why. And like, so I mean, I'd like to see OSI grow, but at the very least, I would like to just see it continue.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to grow huge. It doesn't need. We don't need to make a shit ton of money or not out to make money or whatever. But if we can keep it alive and going, that's I think the main goal.
Just have longevity.
Yeah, yeah. Because I think, and what for the most part we try to keep it simple, and I think that's the best way for us to keep the longevity.
Yeah, and a lot less stressful.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, I've had people talk to me about like, oh, yeah, you should do your own show, you should do a cruise, you should do this. It's like, I mean, I get it, I understand doing that kind of stuff, but I mean, for the most part, that's not our core.
Yeah.
It's not about getting our name out there or just the kindness. It's about this community that we want to keep going out there. And we've been very fortunate. Well, I've been very fortunate since like I traveled to Cali and whatnot. I've met a lot of great people, whether it be here or from Cali or from Japan. I've got to network with a lot of good people in the industry because a lot. Well, it's more of my car passion, but old school. But I guess yeah, because of old school imports Hawaii, there was a conversation starter, so to speak. So, I don't. It's funny that everybody, like you mentioned, founder or whatever. I don't even care to carry that name. It's just something we started, and I don't care to bear that responsibility. I guess,
Yeah.
like, because I mean, it's. I look at it as a thing that we all just like. Not so much that I'm the guy that founded it and I want, people will joke that I'm the president or whatever. I'm like, hey, I'm just a dude that's stupid enough to post meets up and people come and hang out.
On Craigslist.
Started on Craigslist.
We're here. No.
Now we're in Facebook, bro. We made our way to Facebook.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, I definitely we appreciate what you're doing.
Thanks.
And yeah, I mean, we'll continue to support it. And I hope, it continues
Yeah,
to live on because I enjoy going to those meets,
yeah,
chill, talk story, meet people I've never met.
yeah,
I meet people that come up to me, talk about my car, and that's the most organic way. Then, cool car
right,
on Instagram.
right.
But when you actually have someone come up to you and like ask you a bunch of stuff,
Yeah,
that's the
It's-
best.
It's funny. We build our cars to attract fans.
Dick magnet.
No,
Well, yeah, thank you for being here today.
anytime, man. Appreciate you having me.
Yeah. Oh, I think we're good. And we'll catch you guys next time on ShopSpace. Peace and aloha.
Get your skis shined up, grab a stick of juicy fruit. The taste is gonna move ya. Take a sniff, pull it out. The taste is gonna move you when you pop it in your mouth. Juicy fruit is gonna move you. It chews so soft, it gets right to you. Juicy fruit, the taste